Hello and welcome. I know it's been, what, a day? 48 hours since last we spoke. What did we talk about last time? Oh, yes, the morning after. Where were you when the PlayStation Network went down? This is the Saverings over here at V-Gaming. Thanks for tuning in. No backlight today because ain't nobody got time for that. Today's just going to be a little bits and bobs. Newsy bits. I guess this is another episode. Newsy bits like what, number 2 or 3? We'll find out down in the title, whatever I name this. Join me on Steam and on Elon Musk's Twitter at V-Gaming, by the way, to maybe or maybe not get notifications when these go live. For your best bet, just subscribe to me here on YouTube and ding that dong if you want to. All right, let's get into it. Matt Piscatella, who works for the whatever group, NPD group, and he posts the Circana charts for the most played games by platform. Today says, are you 45 or older? Yes. And wondering what might be in the upcoming PlayStation State of Play, but you won't know until the event itself, which is tomorrow at 2 o'clock Pacific. I'm definitely going to be streaming that. So join me here on the channel. I'll definitely be streaming that live. So we're going to watch that, the State of Play. Actually, I call those the State of Steam because every single time they announce the game, I look for it on Steam or like on some other PC storefront. And a good 80% of them are. What are we thinking they're going to get tomorrow? Are we going to finally get Bloodborne? Are we finally going to get Demon Souls? I know it's not their game to port, but are we? Well, maybe it is. Are we finally going to get Dragon's Crown? Can I get Dragon's Crown on the PC? Those are the three PlayStation games I want. I want Dragon's Crown. I want Demon Souls, and of course I want Bloodborne. Anything else past that's a bonus. If I can get a Twisted Metal 2 remake, that'd be great. If I could get what else do they have that I would possibly want on PlayStation? I'm sure there's some other stuff. It's not a PlayStation game either, but I would like to get Unicorn Overlord. That's 2 Vanillaware games in there that I mentioned, by the way. Like I said, I think the Vanillaware is kind of allergic to having their games ported over to PC. But anyway, we won't know until the State of Play tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific, as of the time of this recording. Why not schedule some self-care, like that routine colonoscopy you've been putting off? Because let's face it, butt cancer is a real pain in the ass. Joke's on you. I had a colonoscopy last fall in November. Joke's on you. Next. South of Midnight is 10 to 12 hours long. Story unfolds over a day. You know what? Fine. This is a $40 game. It's going to be on Game Pass day one. I'm not the biggest detractor of this game. Yes, this is technically a sweet baby game. But I am encouraged by this game because if you go back and you watch that reveal, yeah, it was all ladies that they showed, but not once did they ever mention the fact that they were all ladies. Not once did they ever mention anything pandery. They let the trailer and the gameplay do the talking for them. That's a good sign. Maybe they're learning. I don't know. But this game will be on Game Pass. This game will only be $40. It looked interesting. The other thing about that game that I thought looked cool, besides the art style when you're actually fighting, and I like the look that they're going for. People said it looked choppy. It didn't come across well, but that's because they're going for that Isle of Dogs or the whatever Fantastic Mr. Fox or whatever, the kind of stop motion animation look in the cutscenes. That's what they're kind of go for. I also like how the bosses look like they were themed off of Legends of the Swamp. There was a big alligator one, and there was a swamp. There were swamp people NPCs, and the way that the magic system is done, it's not just your straight up magic. It's the weave, so they put a mystical element to it, which fits in with that whole aesthetic. So I'm giving this game the benefit of the doubt until otherwise. I might subscribe to Game Pass for a month just to play this. There's a couple games coming out. Also, Expedition 33 comes out on my birthday. So I might resubscribe to my Game Pass for a month and get some Microsoft points while I'm at it. So that's fine, 10 to 12 hours. You know what? That's cool. Maybe I'll stream this. Maybe I'll stream a Sweet Baby game. It didn't look all that pandery and woke to me, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt until I play it. And now that I know it's 10 to 12 hours long, perfect. It's a perfect Game Pass game. Unity struggles continue with fresh wave of layoffs. You know what? Unity would have been the engine that I'd be using to make my game. That's right. I'm working on a game or two right now. Unity would have been my thing of choice, but they got greedy and overstepped. And John Ricciardi, or whatever his name is, the former head of EA, the one that ran Madden into the ground, the one that famously said, wasn't that him that said single player games were dead in like 2011, 2012, right before like The Last of Us and stuff came out and Red Dead Redemption, said single player games were dead. I know what he meant now though. Single player games for Sony, like the big AAA budget cinematic third person walking cutscene simulator minimap collectathon open worldish with stealth elements, cinematic cutscene hallway push up simulations, those types of games. Nothing wrong with that if you're into that. I'm just making fun of it, and I'm making fun of the fact that that's all they made for like forever. And now it's coming to bite them because now everybody wants that and they can't afford that anymore. But anyway, Unity would have been the game engine probably for the game that I'm using. As of right now, we're looking at Redot. It's probably the engine that we're going to be using for what we want to do. I will tell you this though, one is probably going to be a visual novel, and one is going to be a tablet game for kids because I see what the kids play, and I can make that with the help of some others. So whatever, Unity, you kind of stepped in it. Almost 30 years later, one of the longest running MMORPGs is getting a new class. Tibia debuted in 1997. This game predates EverQuest. Congratulations. Vocation teaser. Should we watch this? 1997. Four vocations. I don't remember this. Knight, Sorcerer, Druid, Paladin. 25, a new vocation is coming. Monk. Monks are so OP. They're broken in Path of Exile. And they're broken in Baldur's Gate as well. Cool. What's this game even look like? What does this game even look like, chat? Oh, wow. Okay. Looks like Ultima Online. You are dead. Alright. Next. Wow, this is busy. Shift up revenue up 30% to 151 million. That's revenue. That's not actual profit. Despite a decrease in Goddess of Victory Nikkei sales. The South Korean developer acknowledged fierce competition in the industry, but a long-term success. Cool. I wonder how much they left on the table by making Stellar Blade PlayStation exclusive. I saw some place that they only made they made $43 million in revenue from Stellar Blade. Here it is. This is more influenced by the PS5 title Stellar Blade, released in Goddess Victory own marginal decline, as the newer titles. The 43.2 million accounted for 28% of total revenue. So Stellar Blade by itself accounted for almost a third. They could have had a big year if they released that on everything. Put that on PC, please. Inaugural Olympic eSport games to be held in 2027. Road to the games start this year. I don't know if I trust the Olympic Committee to do jack squat. We'll see. What games are they going to have? What games? Olympics eSports games. Is there esports? Is there any game in the Olympics? What video games are in the Olympics esports games? FIFA, iRacing, League of Legends. League of Legends is going to be an Olympic sport. NBA 2K. Rocket League, Street Fighter, and Tekken. The first Olympic esports games will be held in Saudi Arabia. The 2025. That's this year. Virtual Taekwondo, sailing, and tennis for the 2028. Let's see. When is there we go. Found its approval. The Olympic Esports Series said to be replaced by the Olympics Esports Games, slated to be held every 2 years in between the Summer and Winter Olympics. That's actually a good idea. Starting in 2027, originally planned for 2025. That's a good idea. Okay. That way it's not stealing thunder away. And I'll be honest, that makes sense to me because at the end of summer, when I'm not really watching baseball because most of my teams are usually out of it, and right before the NFL season, there's a nice little gap in there. And guess what fills that gap for me very nicely? And I know phrasing, but guess what fills that gap for me very, very nicely? Is the international for Dota 2. It's like perfect. It's like just that competitive thing. I love seeing competitive games being played at a high level, especially Dota. I think Dota is like one of the most high learning curves, most meta-ish type game. Like, it's, if you ever stop playing those RTS games and like those hero games and like MOBAs and clickers and stuff like that, those games it's hard, bro. One day I will force myself to sit down and like get good at it, but I do appreciate it being played at a high level. And also the last, I don't know, 10 years of it, you can't really call it. There hasn't really been like a clear-cut favorite besides like OG and P was a PGD, LGD, or whatever they are, from China. You know, and the other teams that have won it, they've all been kind of like not dark horsey. They were good and they deserve to be there, but it's not who you thought usually who would get hot and just run away with it, you know. So it's I highly suggest it. I think it's in late August, early September. Look for it. Just go to Steam or just Google it. Hold on, we're sitting right here. I'll help you out. Dota 2 International 2025. Barclay Arena. September 11th through 14th in Germany. Hamburg's Barclays Arena. So there's a Barclays Arena in Brooklyn and in Hamburg, Germany, too. Okay. So there's that. And also there was another trailer. Do you guys want to watch this Star Citizen trailer? This game that'll never come out. There's a new trailer for the Super Hornet. And the Super Hornet, it goes way back to the Wing Commander days. And Wing Commander is one of my most beloved games of all time ever. There's actually a really good series by, is it Defunct Space? What's the guy's name? Wing Commander. We'll just type it in Wing Commander. Wing Commander. What the? Wing Commander. Retrospective. It's going to be one of these guys. Yeah, Space Cadet Rewind. Like and sub this guy's channel. He does these excellent full recaps. There's the Hornet right there. He does these excellent.
Wing Commander is a space sim
right
made
here.
in the year 1990.
Right here.
You know, a game where you have full.
Right there. There's the
control
Hornet.
of
But this is the game by Chris
a
Roberts.
spaceship and you fly it around.
This
blowing up other-
is the spiritual successor to Star Citizen. The ship designs, a lot of the same ships. See, look, it's got a Hornet right there. So you guys want to watch this? Let's see.
You know I love you, right?
I know that you love this.
I've been to Rome and Venice,
Well,
New York, golf and tennis, but I get lost finding my way.
what is this? Not at all what I expected. Wow. This is all the different configurations, huh? Wow. That was a cool commercial. Not gonna lie. There's a review for it. Abyssal Blade. There's more Dota stuff. But anywho, I think that's about it for today. I've rambled on long enough. I used up enough of your time. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'll get some more videos up when there's more things to talk about, or not. I'll still make videos. Peace out, you guys.